Hello, everybody. It is Dr. A with Q&A with Dr. A. Happy to be here again to talk to you guys. I know the topic is again about weight loss, but I think everybody can recognize the importance of getting to your ideal body weight. So I don't want to go into all the reasons why people should lose weight, why minimizing body fat is important, especially as we age. I'm hoping that everyone can recognize that there's so many reasons for health and wellness of why it's important to get down to an ideal body fat. Um, it's not just about weight, it's about, muscle to body fat ratios. There's a lot of science to why we have to consider, working hard at this. I like talking about weight loss again because it's such a huge part of our confidence, our motivation, and of course our health and wellness journey. And it is really kind of the anchor to the lifestyle. And so you guys are going to hear me talk about lifestyle, and that's really what everything that we're doing, everything that we're talking about, all has to do with creating this lifestyle, which is really just a regimented approach to the way you live your life. And it has to include certain things if you're expecting to prevent disease, avoid hospitals, avoid doctors, have confidence, be sexually active, have a good body weight. All of these things are all built into a strong regimen or a good lifestyle. So when we get into the weight loss component of it again, one of the things was in the Q&A title was healthy weight loss. And so when you're talking about healthy weight loss, you have to kind of start throwing out some of this word diet. I am sure if there are people listening to this now or will listen to it in the future, they're attracted to the topic because it says weight loss. That has to mean for the majority of the people that they have tried various things to lose weight. And if you've tried diets and you've ended up gaining your weight back, you're not alone. You're with probably somewhere between 80 to 90% of people that try diets will end up gaining their weight back, sometimes more weight than they actually lost, and that's very frustrating. But you can see that the reason is because diets don't work. Remember, diets are for people that are trying to lose less than 10 pounds, 10 pounds. Most people that have to lose at least 10 pounds or more can lose 10 pounds in 1 week to 2 weeks with just dropping out carbohydrates, focusing on protein, drinking the amount of water they're supposed to drink, stopping drinking alcohol, just all the things that you know to do. They will shed somewhere between 7 to 10 pounds in 7 to 14 days just by those little changes. And you only have to do that about 80% of what you should do to achieve those goals. Now, you can pretty much do anything to lose that 10 pounds. You can go on a lemonade diet, you can go on a detox program. You can do whatever you want for those 10 pounds, because usually people that do go on diets, they're trying to lose a little bit of weight to fit into some clothes, or they have an event to go to. But this isn't what they're going to try to do for the rest of their lives. I shouldn't say that. There are some people that try to do these diets and they will do it for 1 week and they lose 7 pounds. Then they're like, oh, wow, this is so amazing. Let's do it for another 7 days. They do it another 7 days. They lose another 3 or 4 pounds. But guess what? You can't drink lemonade. You can't remove a macronutrient, one of the main nutrient groups, out of your diet and expect to be able to maintain that. And so it not being sustainable is what causes people to eventually fold. They go back to their old eating habits, they gain all their weight back, and then it always comes back into the brain. I'll try tomorrow. I'll do this tomorrow. Oh, I can go back on a diet tomorrow. It's because diets don't work. It's a lifestyle. And so when we start talking about, healthy ways to lose weight, we're going to kind of break it down into where your needs are, and then what are some tools that you can use that could speed up the process, because we're Americans. We want immediate gratification. I get it. I get it. I understand why everyone wants to snap their fingers and look exactly the way they want to. But think of the amount of time it takes for you to actually gain this weight to get you to a point where you actually need to lose it again. It doesn't happen overnight. So stop trying to think that there is a way that you can approach your eating that is going to really just magically come off, because there is no magic pill. So throw away the scales, throw away the diets, and start digging into just some good, healthy lifestyle modifications, and thinking that there's some tools that you can do that can speed up this process, only speeding up the process to get you engaged in a regimen that you can sustain. That is the goal. You don't want to ever have to worry about weight again. And if you can just push through and get into a groove, which is usually about 3 months. At 3 months, if you can follow something that's healthy, that has science behind it, and you can start kind of getting the gains from it. And I'm not even talking about weight loss. I'm just saying feeling better, more energy, happy, feeling good about what you're doing, and feeling that you are getting results. And that it doesn't have to be necessarily weight loss at the beginning. And why I say throw away the scale is because when I talk to people trying to lose weight, normally what happens is when I say, how much weight do you have to lose? They'll say, I got to lose 25 pounds. When I know for sure they have to lose at least 50. So they say 25, which is great, because you know what? When you failed so many times trying to lose weight or gaining all your weight back, setting a goal that is actually potentially realistic, something that they can achieve, I get it. It's a lot better than trying to fail again. So by saying 25 pounds, I don't even fight people anymore. But that is exactly why I tell people to throw away the scale. Because if you start eating and you start on a diet or an eating program and you feel great, your energy's up, you're happy, you see that your clothes are fitting better, but you get on that scale and you see that your goal was to lose 25 pounds in a month. We'll say 20 pounds, and we'll say 20 pounds in 2 months. And you get on that scale, and after 3 weeks, you've only lost 4 pounds. But although you look leaner, you're happier, your sleep's better, you know, your moods are more stable, but you're just looking at that scale and then all of a sudden, oh my gosh, I've only lost 3 pounds, well screw it, I'm not going to be successful. And you just throw in the towel and you go back to your old eating habits. So you can see how just having a number can throw people off, because it's not about the number. There's so many other things that are going to happen when you start introducing a good eating strategy. So again, we're not saying diet, we're talking about getting into a way of eating that supports lifestyle. And so, and when I say lifestyle, again, remember, lifestyle means everything. That's all the components of lifestyle. Health is just one component of wellness, and lifestyle is what drives both of them. So when we're talking about lifestyle, we're talking about socializing, travel, work, sex life, all these different things that require healthy eating. And so there are times that you're not going to eat exactly the way you do 80% of the time. And that's the whole idea of moderation. And so when we keep saying lifestyle, that's getting an eating program that fits into your daily routine, that allows you to have some flexibility, to have those times where you go travel or you go out with friends and you don't follow the normal eating program that you instill 80 to 90% of the time. So you do all your work when you're not traveling, when you're not entertaining. So if you can just get that concept down, you don't need a scale. All you need to do is do the right thing over and over again, understanding that you are going to have some times where you don't follow the program exactly. Those are out points. That's life. And that's why it's a lifestyle. And so the more you adhere to it, the more you figure out how you can balance your entertaining and your socializing and your travel and your work. That's how you figure it out. It's a project, and you are the most important person in your life. You're the only one you can control. So take this project serious, and most importantly, invest in it. I have, you're going to see that I have the saying that's saying, if you think wellness is expensive, try illness. And that is so true, because illness is so much more expensive, because not only does it increase your costs and expenses in health insurance and medications and productivity, it's more important about your time. You know, when you're sick, when you're not feeling well, when you're depressed, when you're angry, when you're sleeping too much, when you're hungover, all of these things are costing the most valuable asset, which is time. There's nothing more valuable than your time. And if you don't realize that, and you don't understand how that is your most important asset, then you're not ready for an eating strategy, or you're not ready, or you're not committed to have success, because that is everything I do is because I don't want any downtime. I don't want to be sick. I don't want to go to the doctor. I don't want to go to the hospital. I don't have time for disease. And so I do a lot of my lifestyle planning because I'm trying to prevent disease, and I'm trying to maximize energy so I can do the things I want to do with my time. So getting this and understanding that, and why we need some sort of organized plan for eating is because most people that I talk to actually could write down all the food they should eat and all the foods they shouldn't eat. They know they should drink 128 ounces of water or at least 100 ounces, but they just don't do it. So having a little bit of a plan in place, maybe with some added tools to put in to kind of help you get this lifestyle going, is exactly what we're going to talk about. Once the lifestyle is in place, everything gets cheaper, everything gets easier. You will eventually come back and look like what I tell people is I can't understand how people don't all gravitate towards putting all their efforts into getting this in place, because once you have it in place, it's the easiest thing in the whole world. It doesn't cost a lot of money. The reward is huge. The return on your investment is huge. And you just have to get over the hump. I usually tell people 3 months. We can say 3 to 6 months depending on your disciplines. But after 3 to 6 months and you have your eating in place, your exercise in place, and everything's working, you're feeling happy, you're feeling good, you're not going to go back. But you got to get a taste of it. You got to set the bar a little bit higher. So also, when you start to see that if you are slipping, you can always self-correct. You can realize, oh, I'm off my eating. Oop, I stopped exercising. I'm not sleeping as well. What changed? And you can self-correct before you gain a bunch of weight back. Because again, this is your lifestyle. So if you have setbacks, you can always work around it and plan around it. But we have to get you to that 3 to 6 month mark. So now when you talk about dieting or weight loss, again, not dieting, again, you look at where you don't even have to put a number on it, because your body will naturally lose weight over time and naturally get to the body weight that's right for your body. So we don't really have to have a number, because but you do have to look back at what your successes and failures. So if you're someone that's tried every diet, if you're someone that's tried certain things that actually worked for you to lose weight, when was your last time that you were at a good weight that you're happy with? When was the time when you felt the best or were most happy? You think about those things and start considering what were you doing during that time. And so, but most importantly is just starting out with, okay, are you somewhere in the range of losing, say, less than 10 pounds? If you're someone that just has an event coming up, we don't really need to be talking about this. As you start getting into that, somewhere between 15 to 25 pounds, especially if you've had a hard time trying to lose that 15 to 25 pounds, there's things that you can do. You're going to hear me talk about the Carb Revolution program, because it is a lifestyle program only to get you understanding not just intermittent fasting, because anyone can do intermittent fasting. You can look up online and find anything you want out about intermittent fasting. But it's more importantly about managing your macronutrients, especially your protein and your carbs, because you have to hit your protein goals, you have to hit your carb goals, but also carbs are notoriously what causes people to gain weight, because they choose processed carbs and they don't know how to manage it. So that's why this program's important, because once you learn it and understand it, you only might need 3 months, you might only need 1 month, you might only need 6 months. But it also has the products in it. It has a nootropic product that I worked on for 2 years. This product I think is amazing. It helps with mood. It has phenylethylamine, so it really can help elevate your mood. It's good for a pre-workout. If you look up phenylethylamine, it has lion's mane mushroom, which has also been in the news lately. It has a lot of ingredients in it. They're going to help you just increase your brain-derived neurotropic factor, elevate your mood, get you motivated to work out, and get you through your day. It also has a fat burner that has beta hydroxybutyrate, which is a ketone. We have Whey Isolate protein shake that has only 110 calories, 24 grams of protein. And then we have a little mini trim energy shot that you can take that's all natural, has 15 herbs in it. So just very stimulatory with less than 50 milligrams of caffeine. And then a nighttime supplement with magnesium to help with bowel regulation, and then try to get into the deeper stages of sleep. So it has a bunch of products in it that also is going to help you get into this groove or this regimen. And so it also uses carb cycling, so that you can start realizing how you can easily figure out when and how to manage your carbs based off of your exercise. So it's something that just is a tool. You don't have to be on it your whole life, but you need it until you get to a point where it is automatic or you're on autopilot. And so I just think it's great for people to get on them and so they can just get to a point where they feel great, and then, obviously, as I said, things get easier. So if you're somewhere in that 15 to 25 pounds to lose, I suggest 1 to 3 months of the Carb Revolution program. Weight should come off quick if you only have 15 to 25 pounds to lose. It should be easier to get into a progressive exercise program to complement the Carb Rev. But you could also get on a lipotropic. Lipotropics injections are methionine and acetylcholine. Some will have carnitine in it. Some will have we have one that has vitamin C in it. What lipotropics are just ingredients or nutrients that are involved in lipolysis, or just the breaking down of fat. So these nutrients can just increase our fat burning activities by bringing in nutrients that are involved in catalyzing these reactions to burn fat. And so, even with B12 in it, so some of the B vitamins will be along with MIC, but that's when you hear people talking about lipotropics. They're just talking about nutrients to help fat burning. So in that 15 to 25 pounds, you can use a lipotropic, you can get on the Carb Rev program, you can even get on one of the growth hormone peptides, CJC ipamorelin combination, sermorelin is great too. I would hold off on the ibutamoren just because if you're trying to lose weight, I love ibutamoren for growth hormone stimulation, but it can cause a little bit of hunger increase just because it mimics a hormone ghrelin, which is our hunger hormone, which is a powerful stimulator of growth hormone. So, so just think 15 to 25 pounds, that should not be that hard to get your goals in 1 to 2 months, depending on how disciplined you are. And adding some of these other nutrient injections or a growth hormone peptide is just going to help you achieve those goals. And then once you have your regimen down, you should not gain this weight back. That is the thing, is that you shouldn't go backwards. Whenever you get to succeed in that weight loss, if you're following the program, you're going to be able to manage your carbohydrates, and you should not see any weight gain after that. So now if you're above 25 pounds, you get into this 25 to 50 pounds. If you're someone that has struggled getting weight off in general, even in 25 to 50, we're going to probably start looking at maybe some other options to just help you. We have phentermine, which is been around for 50 years. It's an appetite suppressant, but it's not necessarily a stimulant. There's not the addiction potential that comes with some of the appetite suppressants. But we can use that for some people for the first 30 days, again, just to help get them over the hump and get them into a groove. The other one we use is semaglutide. That's a very popular one, and if you're in that 25 to 50 or even greater than 50, that's one to consider. But 25 to 50, if you've had success losing weight, you just need the Carb Rev program. Do that for 3 to 6 months. Add a lipotropic injection, potentially add a growth hormone peptide. But if you've really struggled with managing appetite, until that intermittent fasting can get into place, which will control your appetite itself, you could consider one of those two therapies, either semaglutide, which is a glucagon-like peptide, which has been around for many years, and it's basically what it does is it improves your insulin sensitivity, so improves the way your insulin manages your sugars, and then also blocks glucagon, which glucagon, what it does is it is a hormone in the body that causes you to break down either protein or fats into more sugar for energy, and you already don't need more sugar because that's what we're trying to eliminate. So it has two functions. It controls appetite, makes your insulin more sensitive, blocks glucagon, and is very helpful for people that have either insulin resistance, early stages of diabetes, or type 2 diabetes. But again, it's all taking these while doing intermittent fasting, carb cycling, and taking the supplements and getting yourself used to this type of eating program. And then once you're in, you start getting close to your ideal weight, you start coming off the semaglutide, you continue with the intermittent fasting, and you should have a lot of success. Now, if you're above 50 pounds, you have 50, 75, 100 pounds to lose, then again, you invest. It's worth it. You can achieve anything. We had Rodney on the show the one time. He went from 450 pounds, now he's down to 265 pounds. This was something that has happened over time, and remember, the more you get happy, comfortable, excited about your results, just in looking at all the positive things happening, it just fuels your motivation to keep going. And so this just shows you that you can lose 200 pounds and do it in a healthy manner. Remember, do not compromise health for weight loss. So throw the scale away and just realize you're going to have to invest. It'll be the best investment you've ever made. It will pay you back so many different ways, but any dollar that you put into getting your lifestyle in place, you will get $7 to $10 return guaranteed, but you cannot put a price on your time. So just imagine having more energy, imagine having confidence, just imagine your sex life improving. All of these things are priceless. So just realize it. Remember what we said, less than 10 pounds, do what you want. You obviously don't have a weight problem, you just are trying to shed some weight for some sort of event. When you get into that 15 to 25 pounds, there's so many different things you can do as well. You obviously have some idea of how to eat, you have some lifestyle in place. Just look at it, analyze it, and improve your lifestyle. Just enhance the different areas of your lifestyle you can. You can add a lipotropic in there, you can add a growth hormone peptide, and you can even do the carb rev for a month, or just, it's just get your lifestyle back in place. 25 to 50 pounds, 50 pounds or over, you're gonna start needing a little bit more, especially if you've had failures in the past, and your confidence is gone. Jump in, invest in a 3, 6, or 12 months of just getting this package carb rev program with all the supplements, and then jump on either semaglutide, phentermine for 30 days, or even consider phentermine, or even consider one of the growth hormone peptides. Again, if you look at what growth hormone does for us, it helps burn fat, increases lean muscle mass, helps with our sleep, helps reduce inflammation. There's so many things that you can benefit with elevating your growth hormone. And remember that extra fat tissue actually works as an endocrine gland. So these are things as we age, and the longer you've had extra body fat, it starts to create inflammation. It starts to create insulin resistance. It starts to, cause, various joint pains and also the way it affects our brain. And so, a lot of the carb rev, as you're going to see, is that a lot of the information in it is all about brain health. The healthier the brain, the more you're going to get results, because of what your mind can conceive, your body can achieve. So this whole program now coming back is to lifestyle again, and with lifestyle we're looking at all the different components of lifestyle and wellness. And so weight loss is not just for losing weight, it's for all of the other things that come with it. So again, focus on the positives that you see as you're going through this, not the number. Don't worry about getting on the scale. Focus on your happiness, your mood, your sleep, your energy, and then and weight will come with it. So hopefully this is starting to make sense. And if you guys have any questions, we have medical support. We have people that can talk to you through what's the best option for you. If you're in that 30 pounds or if you're at 50, 75 pounds and you're feeling like you're just confused on what you should do, give us a call. Set up an appointment to talk to one of our medical support people. We have great support, and we have led people down this journey so many times. That is what we have telewellness for, is we can't take care of everybody in our medical office. And so we try to extend that to our telemedicine community. So this is why we do this. So please reach out to us. We've had such amazing success with the Carb Rev. You're going to see a lot more about the Carb Revolution program coming soon. We have some cool videos about Carb Rev, and we're going to have some good promos and some good even contests. But so don't be frustrated. Put the past behind you. It doesn't matter if you failed 20 times, or if you've been on a diet for the last 20 years, make it your last. Commit, invest, and stick to science, and you will come out a winner. So hopefully everyone gets a little bit out of this, and I really wish you guys to jump into this. There's no one will ever find a good time to lose weight, because they'll always have something coming up, something in their lifestyle or in their life that they have to do. Oh, I'll do it next week. Jump on it. You're never going to find a great time to do it, but the reward is always going to be the same. It's going to be amazing. So we'll see you next time for Q&A with Dr. A. You guys have a great rest of your week.